Hello, and welcome to Homestuck Beyond Canon December Edition, Part January. Yes, I am reattuning myself to my computer. Hello, Carencio, and hello anyone viewing anonymously to this. It's been a while. There's definitely been more community news that I have tabs open for. I've just been a little bit more tuned out the last little bit. Part of why I haven't really streamed at all. Yeah. So, we'll go over what's here. And, you know, if there's any other threads to follow, we'll follow those threads. And then read the chapter. Although the Reddit AMA, I might save until after we read the chapter, because that one's going to be a little longer to go through, because I have not gone through it. So that's going to be a whole other, thing, is taking a look through that, if y'all want to join me on that. Experience. There was a dog again in the room. He does not seem like he is going to make noise this time because there is nothing he wants dearly. Actually, he does want something dearly. I think he wants to leave. He keeps going to the door. Can you look at, oh no, never mind, he just laid down. He's good. Alright, well, anyhow, yeah, thanks for coming out yesterday, anyone who joined us yesterday for Heaven Will Be Mine with Katzen. That was a great way to kick things off after not having done streaming in a while. Great game, great people, yeah, I gave a quick little life update there. Not much new. I'm thinking as I'm sitting here, I'm once again thinking about my new computer chair because I'm sitting in it and it's nice. I have armrests now. I had armrests before on my previous computer chair, but I elected to remove them because the shape of them got in the way of tucking the chair in, and they blocked the keyboard tray. These ones I have the height adjusted so they don't they can extend over my keyboard tray. So enjoying that. Yeah, let's just get into community news. And what else is there to talk about? I don't know. Yesterday was good. And will be on YouTube eventually. Okay. So, 16 November, pretty sure this one, yeah, definitely covered that. 1st of December, I don't believe. No, I think we did cover this one in a previous. 16 December, definitely not. Okay. No, wait. The last time I streamed was before this was November 25th, so we definitely haven't read this one. Cool. So let's start here. Kind of old news by now, but we'll do a quick skim. Hi, James here. A new month means new Patreon post, new commentary, new bonus comment, new illustration. It's enough to make you cry. If you haven't seen it yet, I also put up a poll for patrons that will last until the 10th. This poll will help determine when we start putting up some of the extras here for free. Neat. The answer to that is in a later news post. We have been featuring some cool fanworks over on Twitter. X, blah, awful website. Glad it's dying. Why, if it weren't for the laws of this land, I'd have slain it myself long ago. Thank you, James. still, it's cool to be able to highlight some of the bigger projects going on right now. There will be a few more in the coming weeks, but I think we want to space them out a little more. That reminds me, there have been a couple of tweets from the official Twitter that I did not look at yet. So let's see what's here. Let's just make my YouTube job that much bigger. Is this gonna load? It's loading. If you are watching this on YouTube, all things mentioned and links will be in the description. Okay. So, hold on. The first link I need to put in that document is the news page, even though it's kind of a moot point because it's not really a specific, yeah, I already knew to do that. And fucking thing telling me. Okay. So, new. Okay, so those are the tweets relevant to this. And we'll see, because I think any of the things that were highlighted before I would have already talked about in previous streams. So anything, I'll just keep filing through those as I go through the dates, because they usually are posted on the same day as the news post. Puppy, you want to leave? You look so sad. He's so sad. My little sad boy. The dog wants to leave. He keeps walking up to the door and then turning around, like just looking back at us, and he's so sad. Sad little sad baby eyes. Yeah, 16th month planning AMA, that's over here. We'll look at that later. Usually just me answering questions. Now there's a chance to get to know the rest of the team too. Perhaps I can provide you with some valuable insights or exciting life lessons. I'm also eager to field some fix so-and-so questions. Oh, eager for someone to field fix so-and-so questions besides myself. Yeah. All of this is to engage with the community a little more. Is there something you'd like to see? Let us know. I've been reading threads and I browse the tag every few nights on various websites. There's also a YouTuber who posts videos of them reading each update that I watch. You guys are having a lot of fun and it is contagious. And there's 130% no fucking chance that the random YouTuber he's mentioning is my channel because I still haven't posted any of my Beyond Canon content. Oops. I'm gonna fucking sneeze. Hold on. No, I'm fine. The upcoming update will drop mid-month. I am going to try and keep it to 2 news posts a month because there isn't that much to report right now. A lot of behind-the-scenes action, continuing to reach out to various community groups, Homestuck Independent Creative Union stuff. I hurt my back because I slept on it weird. That's not related, but it's a little funny. Now I'm able to make a request of you. I'd love some help getting a short list of the top 10 favorite Homestuck songs. I read some informal polls, but it was a while ago. I'm in talks with a vinyl printer to do a Best of Homestuck album working title, and right now I need to finalize a list and contact the musicians that would be on it to get some small contracts going in order to get them paid. There's more news about the vinyl stuff also in the latest post. To provide a little clarity on the situation with merch, this merch, while very cool, is possible largely because it requires no upfront cost from us. They recuperate their costs and presumably a small fee, and then the rest goes to the musician. Since there is not much overhead on my end, I'm not what Pumpkin, we are not beholden to the old music contracts, which means new contracts that are maybe a little better for the individuals. On a side note, with the way Bandcamp is changing, we will have to find a new way of distribution going forward. Yeah. I am trying to remember what exactly the finer points of that is. I know that it was something like Bandcamp got bought out by a much larger corporation that wants to fuck everything up, but I don't remember what exactly they're going to fuck up. Hold on, this is probably very easy to just look up. Bandcamp. How would I even search for this? Bandcamp acquisition, I guess. Bandcamp. It was acquired by Epic Games. Thank you, DuckDuckGo, for being not Google. Yeah, this is a Pitchfork article. Here, let me just put this on screen.
Thanks, they already sold them to someone else who was worse.
Oh, that's from almost 2 years ago now. I'm being informed by brother that they may have already sold them to someone else who's worse. Let me hold on. Recently closed and let me reopen this. Song Trader. Second article. Yeah, DuckDuckGo sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the fact that it doesn't super prioritize recency is a good thing. Sometimes it's not. Stop it. Just get out of my face. Sorry. It's an article in The Guardian, and I'm not interested in all of their fucking pop-ups. This article is more than 2 months. Okay, but what's the date? Hello? There it is. Okay, so more than 2 months old, but that's actually still relatively recent. And search engines are getting worse and worse. Yeah, DuckDuckGo is better than Google in a lot of ways. But it's, yeah, sometimes has some strange quirks as well. Okay, Bandcamp lays off half its staff after buyout by Song Trader. New job offers only made to 50% of staff of indie music champion as $300 million music licensing company Song Trader looks to cut costs. So they were acquired by Epic, and then it was, this is all clicking now. Like, this is, I've heard. And so this is about that. Laid off following recent purchase. Confirmed the purchase last month. Music First Company enables Song Trader to expand its capabilities to support the artist community. Right, so over the past few years, the operating costs have significantly increased after a comprehensive evaluation, including the importance of roles for smooth business operations and pre-existing functions of Song Trader. 50% will join. Let's see. Yeah, celebrated initiatives include in-house editorial platform Bandcamp Daily, promoting music outside the mainstream, and Bandcamp Fridays, which I have promoted a few times on here, reminding people that it's the day where you should buy music. What is this? That's asking me to donate to The Guardian. Shut up. Yeah, I'm not finding anything about how this affects Bandcamp functioning, but I know that there were things. Something to perhaps research on my own time a little more, and not when it's Homestuck time. But yeah, summary of that news post. James here, a new Patreon, including a poll that will run until the 10th, which is, of course, finished by now. Full AMA on December 16th, which has happened. Update towards the middle of the month. That's what we're about to read. Not much to report. Usual outreach. Top 10 Homestuck songs for physical vinyl. And Love you. All right. Yeah, I think the last paragraph is the only one that mentions the update here. Let's see, December 16. There were 3 of these little fuckers. Right, because the AMA was... the day of this news post is the day that they did the AMA, and I think this post was put up after... Update. Oh, Carcat. I would love some Carcat, yeah. I think this news post was put up after the AMA was finished. Yeah, okay. But yeah, so this is more related to the most recent update. Hi, James here. Thanks for coming to the AMA. Unless you didn't, then what the hell? I'm just kidding. Or am I? Haha. It's these sort of fun author-to-audience interactions that Homestuck Beyond Canon is built upon. We thought it would be fun to drop this one at the end. And you know what? It was. I've been hinting at a few news posts, but we've managed to reach... Added in a few news posts, but we managed to reach out to some fan-driven projects to try some collaboration. By now, some of you have probably seen that the Homestuck Independent Creative Union is teaming up with Stuck at Home Convention people to bring the first officially licensed Homestuck convention, which is fucking amazing. That's why I got this open here. Kind of crazy. They have organized and run a successful online convention every year for the last few years. I go to the VR chat world every year and just take all the movable objects and throw them in a pile, which I've been reassured is extremely normal behavior. It's basically going to be the same, but this license allows them to operate and monetize themselves without worrying about some large corporate monolith hitting them with a cease and desist. If it wasn't also obvious, we've been talking with some of the people who run the Homestuck subreddit, and this AMA is the first collaborative effort there. They regularly host events and watch parties and have a really big Discord server. I've been there in the past. It's very overwhelming just how many active people there are at any given time. It's a bit too much for me, but maybe a huge Discord server is your thing. And update, Fumbling to right, we're getting to some interesting lore about aspects. What could it mean? I don't really know, actually. But, yeah, I have not been able to attend SACCON ever. Because of my summer job every year, which no longer exists. It is not a position that I hold anymore or will hold in the future, and that is a whole other fuckhouse. But I'll guess I can go to this now. So that's exciting. I'll get to spend some time at Stuck at HomeCon. I've pondered in past years. Oh, hello, Max. Welcome. I've pondered in past years, like, if I were to apply for, like, to do, like, a panel, what the fuck would I even do? Like, clearly I've been doing this shit for long enough that, like, I could do something entertaining, but I don't know what the fuck I would even do. And I struggle with networking. So I don't even know if I could hop on someone else's bandwagon, but it would be fun to see if I could try something out now that I'm actually going to be around. But yeah, Stuck at HomeCon is like official now. So yeah, congratulations to all of the lovely people who have organized Stuck at HomeCon for all of these years. Because that's a very, very exciting development for them. And looking forward to seeing what's up. Yeah, they recently, it's in, in the scrolling banner here. But January 1st, they released their winter fan project showcase. Oh, wait a second. It's literally right fucking here. Screw the banner. This is literally, the video is right on the homepage. I'm a bad Homestuck, and I haven't watched it. But I know there's some very exciting things coming down the line in terms of fan projects. So, and yeah, the Discord. Yeah, I'm so fascinated by how this functions, and I'm very interested to just see how it works. As like logistically, because that's the kind of stuff that I am interested in. Because that was kind of, when I talk about my summer job, that all of that kind of logistical stuff, that was like, the longer I worked there, the more that was my ideal. So fascinated. Anyway. Yeah, so we'll look at the AMA after reading the update, because that's going to take a while. But one last news post, and oh boy, this one is actually recent. And also has some even more really big, exciting news. Hi, James here. Yeah, this is January 1st, so this was just a few days ago. Hi, James here. Hope you had a good holiday. New year, new me. New you. Whatever, man. We got the usual Patreon updates for you. Wahoo! Did you know that's a kind of fish? I was watching a lot of fish videos. Yes, and that's why there's a Splatoon stage called Wahoo World that is an amusement park. Everything is a fish pun in Splatoon. All of the names for everything. Even if it doesn't sound like it is. Like Wahoo World being a name for an amusement park. That's a fish. If everything goes right and nothing goes wrong, we should have something very exciting soon. A new website. What does that mean for you? Stick around and find out. I know what it means for me. It means it's probably going to break all of the links that I have in descriptions of YouTube videos. Maybe not. We'll see how they decide to set it up. But I know, among other things, one of the big things they have discussed or kind of mentioned in the past as being something exciting about the new website is a variety of accessibility features, like being able to turn off the typing quirks on pester logs, amongst other things. Thanks for coming to our AMA. I hope we were able to answer some questions. I especially like the one where Haven said he was going to fill Dirk full of milk and slap him against a wall. Great job, team. That reminds me. Oh my god, I got a little bit of... I need to work on... Oh yeah, no, Vriskabot's always been like this. When did... Oh, 10 minutes ago. Yeah, that's a little late. I also started a little bit late, but that is probably too late. That has kind of always been a little wonky. I think the solution that I've ended up falling on is just that I have to remember to check that it has gone off, and if it hasn't, I just need to send an ad everyone myself. Because it just seems to be really finicky fussy for some reason. Because this is like the third bot that we've tried for this. But welcome, Aleph. What was I talking about? I was kind of looking for something else. Oh yeah, yeah, full of milk and slap him against a wall. Using some Christmas cash, my Christmas cash. I bought myself one of those big Kirby's. It was also on sale, which was nice. But the they call it like a 15-inch like Club Moki like little Kirby that looks like he's just sitting and smiling. You can just sit in your lap. It was an excellent purchase. I kept bouncing back and forth because it's a little on the pricier side for a plush, but like it has brought so much happiness. I considered on the same day going one step further and also purchasing, because this is a place that had all their plushes on sale. This local video game store. Support your local video game stores if it's possible, instead of buying things from GameStop. They also had the I mean, what was it? Sane? Yeah, the Sane official Little Buddy plush. Like Little Buddy from Splatoon 3, which was inspected but didn't pass my test, and I think it was a good decision for me not to get that one, because like it's pretty lightweight, right? Like not a very weighty plush, like a little bit of weighting in the bottom, but there's it, you know, kind of wobbly rounded, and I think a really important factor in a Little Buddy plush is the chuckability, because that's Little Buddy's like whole deal. He's very chuckable. That's his whole thing. That's this whole thing in the story mode campaign. You just fucking throw him at shit. GameStop is your local game store. Yeah, if that's the only option, then so be it. But if there's other potential options, to prioritize, then if it's possible, it's the best option. Yeet that fish. Yeah. Like, it's so important that, like, I would not be filling it with milk and slapping it against the wall as Haven would do to Dirk, or as the fucking, what was it, Fangamer people or whatever did to the Spamton plush for the official Spamton plush advertisement. That really started a revolution. But it's just, like the physics of Little Buddy in the game are just so wiggly. And like, I don't know, he just needs to be weighty and like squishy, but in like a more of a doughy way, and chuckable. Very chuckable. And the official Sane plush was using the same extremely lightweight polyfill that they would use for any of their plushies, and it just did not pass the test. You do some jigsaw shit to a Gansey plush. Oh, man. Yeah, I think, were Terrazy and Nepeta the only trolls that got official plushie releases, like, from 4 fans, 5 fans? Because I know there's also the Beck and ones, the big one and the little one with the magnet feet, and the same with Muty and the Mayor plush. God, I wanted one of those fucking Muties with the magnets in the feet so bad, but the shipping was just obnoxiously expensive. Anyway, yeah, that Kirby was a fucking excellent purchase. Top notch. has served me in infinitely more ways than I thought it ever would already. In other community news, folks over at StockOn are having their New Year's showcase at 5 p.m. PST today. Wow, I'm excited to see what the community's cooking, and we kind of touched on that before. Got another great comic update coming mid-month, and the next few weeks we're letting some of the new writers shine. Excited for you to read them. So that'll be the next Beyond Canon stream. Speaking of updates on things, some of you sleuths may have noticed some changes. I'd like to go into a little more detail about them to the extent that I am able. I also wanted to do this in an official news post and not on social so that there is no questions about it. The contract with Viz Media has been restructured. What does this mean? Well, let's start a little further back. We have gotten a lot of questions about Andrew's involvement in Homestuck Beyond Canon and Homestuck as a whole. I mentioned before that Andrew approached me to finish Homestuck Beyond Canon. As many of you know, a few years ago, Andrew stepped back from having a creative role. This has allowed him to focus on oversight and some behind-the-scenes stuff. A large part of that was regaining a sort of legal control over the brand as a whole. Hello, Leku. Welcome. We're still just going over the latest news post. So, who owns Homestuck? Well, Andrew still does. Who has the publishing rights? We are working on that. The Homestuck Independent Creative Union has a license to do what we want with the property, which is what has allowed us to do some of the more creative things we're trying to do. Is the website going to be fixed? They're working on that. I have very little to do with that personally, but once there is something solid to announce there and the concerned parties are comfortable with it, I'll let you know. What does this mean for the commentaries? Behind the scenes, some ideas about how to handle the issues with the way Homestuck is going to be published are being discussed. Some of these ideas may include a new way to release the future book commentary in the absence of the books themselves. Wow. So, we might actually still be getting more of the commentary on Homestuck proper, which makes me really excited and also really nervous because the commentary in those fucking books, it's like real Russian roulette shit, whether it's going to be some excellent analytical story breakdown or some of the most ableist shit you've ever read in your life. So, you know. Let me copy that link. Yeah, if I don't get any other requests, then that should be fine. Can I fucking hate TikTok. Why is it making me do 10 different things just to be able to pause the video? Okay. Yeah, if there's no other requests coming through, then I can play that, yeah. Anyhow. Yeah, because I saw someone pass, like, a post being passed around with a screenshot. Shit, I didn't bookmark it at the time, and now I am regretting not doing that. Let me see if I can find it. Because I'm pretty sure... Oh, I might have actually not reblogged it. Hold on. This is just going to be a bunch of fan art. I'm looking through the Homestuck tag on my Tumblr. I'm just closing that. But let me see here. I think it was vismedia.com, like their Homestuck page. Oh, this is a Reddit. What? Sorry, this is a 3-year-old Reddit post that's entirely fucking irrelevant. There it is. Found what I was looking for. The 404 error page when you go to the Homestuck, I don't know what all that is. When you go to the Homestuck page on Viz Media. That's what happens. The Homestuck.com, the bottom of it still says and Viz Media, but again, as was mentioned in the news post, website stuff is happening, and we'll know when we know what's going to go on with that, basically. So, I don't know if this means that, like, Viz is no longer going to manufacture, distribute, sell, whatever, their hardcover books. That explicit future has not been mentioned, but oh boy, I now find myself in possession of more defunct Homestuck books. I got those Topetico publications, I got those Viz publications, I got the fucking epilogues in print, which I should probably crack open sometime so it's not just dead weight. Homes not found. Yeah. So that's what's happening with Viz, and a lot of people are very happy about that, with good reason. On to more exciting news. Man, what else is going on? Some good news on the vinyl. I talked to the printer, and with such an overwhelming response from you guys, instead of a simple best of, if you actually want to try and do a print of volumes 1 to 4, which is an interesting decision to me. Makes all my very scientific and organized data gathering completely useless. I am humbled by something new and mundane every day. Anyway, this represents a completely different beast logistically, but as a fan of those tracks, I'm very, very excited about that. I will literally buy a record player for this. James, you don't own a record player? No. What do I look like, an old man? Please don't answer that. Volume 1 to 4 is an interesting choice. I'm going to have to go back and re-listen to that one, but I do recall Volume 1 to 4 being not among my favorite Homestuck albums. It's got very important humble beginnings of some of the tracks that went on to be like the most iconic in Homestuck, absolutely, for sure. But as a whole album, I'll have to listen to it again. It's been a while. This month, January 2024, we are also going to start seeing some of the bonus content go public. Ran a poll for the patrons, that's what we were talking about earlier. General consensus is that after 2 months, they're okay with bonus content going public. This includes strips, illustrations, and commentary. They're really fun to do, so I hope you guys are into it. If you want to see these as soon as they go up, they're available to subscribers. Thank you for that, by the way. It means the world to be able to pay some of my team's bills. Look at me getting all sappy on New Year's Day. Maybe it really is a new year and a new me. Still finding its beginning, CBH was volumes 1 to 4. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, for an experimental first run of vinyl, something that's going to be like a very expensive collector's object, I would have imagined if they were going to pick an album that they would pick one that its enjoyment is a little bit less niche, even among Homestuck fans. Yeah, Doctor's on there. Aggrieve, I'm pretty sure, is... fucking open the track list. Maybe I'll play Homestuck Volumes 1 to 4 for, the opening and break music, because we just finished the Hades soundtrack, so I'm back to looking for a new Showtime original mix and Aggrieve violin refrain and the full track Aggrieve, Showtime Imp Strife mix, yeah. Beatdown Strider style. Beatdown round 2. Yeah. Corral for Jaspers and Pony Corral. Carefree Victory. Oh, 3 in the morning. RJ's I Can Barely Sleep in This Casino remix. Okay, fine. That is actually, like... It's up there in terms of songs. It's up there for me. I really love that one. Yeah. Okay, that'll be the next break music then. Right, we're just on the summary. Here's a summary. James here. New Beyond Canon website in the works with new features. Update mid-month as usual. Some of the newer team writers. VizDeal has been restructured. That's good for us. Andrew still owns Homestuck. Working on a solution for the Homestuck.com debacle. Yeah. Plans for the commentary to continue. Homestuck Vinyl will be volume 1 to 4, pending some light logistical upkeep. Yeah, that being one of the oldest albums. I'd have to look closer at the list of musicians on that album to know for sure, but I have a feeling that light logistical upkeep will involve attempting to contact people that were no longer in touch with the project, or have not been in touch with Homestuck in a work capacity in a very long time. Local old person James Fuckhead Roach doesn't own a record player. Patreon bonuses for November will be going public this month. Thank you so much for letting us do this. I hope the new year treats us well. Yeah. yeah, I'm excited for the Patreon stuff to go public because I am on the Patreon. I'm subscribed to the Patreon, but I'm on like one of the lower tiers, so I don't see like the commentary. And I'm very excited to get to read the commentary. Wow, holy fuck. Actually the top of the thing. It's 10:50. Let's just jump into this. Yeah. We'll take a break before jumping into the AMA because I feel like that's going to take a lot longer than I am expecting it to. All right. So we ended here with these two heading off. So we go months ago, but not many. And now we are back with Davebot and Aradia and Alt Calliope Candy Universe version on the ship. On their ship, chasing after Meat Dirk. Months ago, but not many. All right. Be Jade. That's not happening anytime soon, pal. Be Jade. You attempt to be Jade. You can't be Jade right now. Unbelievable. Yeah, so this is directly post Jade wrestling control of her consciousness back from Alt Calliope, which was something that was happening specifically with Meat Jade on the Meat ship, with the Meat universe, Karkata and Dave and Kanaya and Roxy, but the effects of that booting did end up rippling out to also mean that Alt Calliope was kicked out of Dead Jade, who we'll just say is from the Candy universe for simplicity's sake. So yeah, months in the past, but not many, because we've already seen a few scenes from the Meat ship after these events of Jade, you know, hanging out, reading a book and such. But Rogue Candy. Yeah, so this is immediately post that. What? You are pretty sure that it was very clear you are unable to be any iteration of Jade at the moment. Maybe try a different corpse entirely? This is probably one body you can turn your back on for a while. Or this is probably one body you can turn your back on for a while. Unacceptable. Be Jade. Lady, we just went over this. Hi, Aradia. I guess maybe I should be reading this in my Calliope voice? I don't know. Oh my god, I haven't done my Calliope voice in so long. Cease this nonsense. You are now Jade. Nuh-uh. Oh, hi, Dave. You see yourself across a vast expanse of space, fathoming its vastness, and fathoming space's vastness. Fathoming, of course, being basically your oldest and only hobby. You see yourself across a... Do I have to read this twice? Y'all want me to read this twice or no? Candy, Hawking Radiation. Hawking Radiation is a better anthology. Science terms. I will have to look that up in 1 second. Make me say something. And you'll just have to sit there and wonder why you can't be the Jade, because the game's certainly not going to tell you, and you don't have any precious graphics to help you either. Interesting. And which where's that one from? Max? Graphic schmaffics, forsooth. Fucking masterful reuse of redo of the Caliborn and staring at John panels. Strong Bad. From a Strong Bad email. Got it. Cool. Yes, you usually find yourself fathoming, waving at each other across the void. Unusually, however, you can't seem to seize control of the space you're in. It probably has something to do with being forced out of one of your host bodies. How interesting, you say to the charming shrub across the universe. Quite curious, the devilish rogue responds. This sort of conversation with yourself would normally be completely absurd and entirely unfathomable. Muse. Consolidate. Unfathomable indeed. Take a beat. You're back as one person. Oh, this... Okay, let's see how off my cadence was when I was reading that out. Hold on, it's taking a second to load here. I've pondered getting more RAM for my computer, but I don't know if it would be worth it because it's on the older
Email
side.
is like a prison with no walls and no toilet. Hey, Strongbad, I was just wondering what you would be like in a video game.
Hold on, where's... I'm looking for... Do you have a timestamp for the quote that you pulled? Because otherwise I'll skip ahead a bit to the part about text adventures. Okay. Which one is it about?
I could also be in one of those 3D vector games, and there'd be this awesome huge 3D version of my head floating on perplexing 3D geometric attacks. It'd be like, ye find yourself in yon dungeon. Ye see a flask. Obvious exits are north, south, and Dennis. And you'd be all like, get ye flask. And it'd say, you can't get ye flask. And you just have to sit there and imagine why on earth you can't get ye flask. Because the game's certainly not going to tell you. And there's no precious graphics to help you out either. But oh man.
Yeah. Oh shit, homestarrunner.com has an official YouTube channel. Nice. Yeah, very nice. That's better. It is important to remember to take a deep breath and regroup every now and then. Center yourself. Everything in its proper place. There's a little thing called decorum, folks. Meanwhile... These two are taking a fucking selfie with the corpse. That was fun, but what do we do here? She will be fine. I don't think we need to do anything. Should we put a blanket over her or something? I'm just spitballing here, Magito. Trust the process. I think she looks nice like this. Okay, Dr. Ghost's very helpful. You know, if you're really concerned, you could just pop forward a few weeks and take a little look. You know damn well I'm not going to do that. Aside from the fact that we established I don't need to, on account of knowing everything I'm going to do already. Wow, so fascinating. I know she'll be fine, and you'll use this as an opportunity to try and get me to talk about fate and feelings. Is it a meme? Feels like a meme. It's the guy posing in front of the grave, I think. Oh, the way that they're posing for the selfie? Quite possibly. Yeah. The chair reminds me of Karkat's pocket chair from when he's trying to have a serious conversation with Terzi about her Fago problem. And it's a whole tangent about why the fuck do you keep a chair in your Siladex? Which is just an excellent practical fucking idea. Hello? Like, I also keep an entire workbench in my pocket in Animal Crossing. And I know a lot of people, since they added that update where with the storage shed that let you access your entire storage at once, a lot of people keep that just in their pocket all the time too. I should probably be doing that. It's practicalities, folks. Anyway, I would like to think that Aradia had that chair in her pocket. Or in her Siladex. Yeah. To be fair, this was typical teen Jade behavior. Honestly, should have done a little more research into that host body. Ah, yes, the old narcoleptic teen Jade, except for the fact that it was not narcolepsy. It was fucking Vriska. That is a completely normal human sentence that a really well-adjusted person... That is a completely normal human sentence that a really well-adjusted person would say. Out of your goddamned mind if you think I'll allow myself to be lectured about normal sentences by the Queen of Bones herself. Aradia just bugs her eyes out. I love Aradia so much. Imagine having control of the cosmos and still getting knocked the fuck out by a cup of celestial seasoning sleepy time herbal tea. Hee-hee-hoo-hoo, I could be in all places at once and have some sort of fucked up fanfic powers, but also, I'm trying to get my nap on. Uh-oh, it's bedtime. She has the ultimate freedom of being the storytime pharaoh, but she forgot it's lights out at 1:08. Wow, his chirp curfew really doesn't play around. This whole bit has to have been written by James Roach. Narcoversky. Hi, Aradia. Hi. I love you. I like how her horns are drawn. You described what she has as ultimate freedom. Do you feel trapped? I thought I was hanging out with the ultimate Dave. Here goes. I didn't scream it at you, but yeah. She's a muse, right? Isn't that the strongest class? Or, you know what? It's actually been processing. A really long time since I necessarily felt surprised by Skaya's alpha timeline. Once the commander-in-chief... fucking Obama. Once the commander-in-chief tells you to become a robot and you start experiencing every point in your timeline simultaneously, it all kind of blurs together. Even if I got in the robot. Even if I got all these crazy petaflops of processing pimpness now. Dave, you are not a flop. Shut up. Even if I train every day, even if I watch every GrubTube combat tutorial simultaneously, which I have, shit is just so fucking predictable now. They fit in 3D space better. Yeah. I like how dimensional the horns are drawn. Yeah, sucks that there's literally nothing at all to be done about it. Feels like there is, and I know you know that there is, and I know you know what the fuck? Holy fuck. Okay, hold on. Feels like there is, and I know you know that there is, and I know you know I know that there is. But you have to tell me anyway, even though I can't stand the thought of you going on even more life-altering and perilous journeys of self-discovery without me. Oh. What do you know? She just took another life-altering perilous journey right now. You just went on another one, didn't you? Yes. Who did you meet this time? No, don't tell me. It's simply too much to bear. Are you doing a bit? Of course I'm doing a bit. Do you think I'm even remotely interested in what kind of twisted maneuvers you're pulling, wherever the fuck it is you keep popping off to? Do I seem like the kind of perfect metallic specimen that would give you in a single iota of a shit what my second favorite maid is doing? Goes without saying, my first favorite maid is Alfred from Batman. The man's a real professional. The point remains, you go on journeys and I'm okay with it, and I am completely stoic and unbothered by this. It seems like you might not be okay with it, and maybe you care quite a lot. She takes another trip every few seconds as you watch it loop. Yeah. She's really popping the fuck off. Ugh. Sorry, readjusting myself at the computer. I care so damn much. You can do it too. You can do it too. Don't stick your butler powers. Don't your sick butler powers make sure you don't fuck up timelines by tidying them up so you can just pop in and out as you want? Problem fucking solved. Actually, I doomed thousands of timelines. That's kind of fucked up. Yeah. To be fair, I was doing it on purpose. That's even more fucked up. Anyway, now I simply take decisive action to ensure the timeline I'm in is stable. Besides, it is just called that. I am not actually a maid, and I do not actually clean anything. He's just like, yeah, I just fucked a whole bunch of people over on purpose. Really? Who's been keeping this place clean then? I thought it was you. You are always doing little raps about it. What? You know. Dave rapping and cleaning. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Night, lose yourself to the music. This is the coldest shit you'll ever see. Weeks later, but not many. So we're jumping ahead a little bit to the two of them in their cute little bunk bed bedroom. And Aradia's got her spooky cloak folded up on top of the closet. There's some of Dave's. I think those are supposed to be apple juice bottles. They look like jars. But yeah, we've got this. I think it's supposed to be a window out. Swords. The remains of more sliced fruit, as we have seen them in a previous panel. Slicing fruit together as an exercise. Hold on, what's Oh, I'm in the wrong window. Again and again and again. Dang, that's right. I was gonna find that specific page to link it, but I forgot. And now I'm getting very distracted by this song. Master Ninja theme song. Master Ninja theme song. Master Ninja theme song. 'Cause those Van Patten brothers are so headstrong. Master Ninja theme song, help me. Master Ninja theme song. All right. Master Ninja theme song. Anyway, yeah, we've jumped forward a little weeks later, but not many. And they're having a bunk bait bestie roomie chat. Just two gods who don't need to sleep ever. At least I think. Aradia might, because she's still flesh and blood, but I don't think that Davebot does. Honestly, if you guys trust each other, it makes sense. You really need to know yourself and your partner, but in a practical sense, I mean, how often do you see each other? Really, just whenever we do. He's doing his thing, and I'm doing mine. I could go see him right now. You won't. I won't. Talking about my boy Solix, which reminds me of... I saw this Tumblr post before I read the update, and I was like, oh, that's cute, and I didn't think much of it, but after reading the update, I was like, oh, I understand now why this has crossed my dashboard at this specific point in time. Haha, and I found it. Look at that in a minute. Maybe that's why the other Dave, maybe that's why that other Dave could never feel the same way about her, even after all those years. That guy was just sort of going through the motions, doing the quote-unquote right thing by everyone. Uh-huh. As opposed to now, with all this knowing your own timeline business. No, that's different. I chose this. I'm doing everything because I choose to do it. It's just that I know how to choose... Sorry, okay, I get it now, yeah. I'm doing everything because I choose to do it. It's just that I know I choose to do it in the future, instead of choosing to do it right now. My friend, I am going to be honest with you. That sounds really stupid. Yeah, probably. But I can see why he chose what he did. He sucked and was bad and needed to be less bad. In fact, his whole timeline was bad and basically didn't mean shit. It sounds like maybe you were kind of miserable. He was. So he chose to become me. And I'm here. Fucking chillin'. Yeah, okay. Anyway, you got some shit to tell me about ultimate freedom? Or anyway, you've got some shit to tell me about ultimate freedom. Interesting that... I find it very interesting that Dave Bot is speaking about his pre-ascension to the ultimate self life and pre-ascension self as an entirely separate individual that he happened to embody once, but is to him like a separate person. Just a couple times yeah, my boy Solix. I think they're done talking about Solix. Let's look at this. So this is really cute, and I liked it a lot. This might honestly not even be... Let me go back to the original post and see if I can find the date, because I don't even remember if this was posted recently or is much older. No, don't tell me your stupid blog theme doesn't have dates on it, buddy. Well, there's no date on this fucking blog theme. That's annoying. Okay. Ask Cliffy. Yeah. I do enjoy, like, everything else about this blog theme. Fucking... This is Windows Vista, right? I did use a computer with Windows Vista. I just can't recall. If that's this one specifically, because I'm very familiar with this. Oh, this is XP. Right, okay. I have also used a computer with XP. That was, you know, back in the days when it was the family computer. Y'all remember that shit? Anyway, so I don't know when that fucking post is from. But it's cute, and the update made me think of this. Is the two of them adventuring. Hey. Let's stop. Okay. Finally. Flop. Solix? Shh. Give me a moment, eh? Oh, I get it. Look, we can be all sad and angsty after we beat the... No. Ugh, let me have this. Just one action that isn't predetermined by some destiny bullshit, okay? I want agency. It can't work that way. I know, but I want it to. She sits down with him. If it makes you feel any better, you don't have to do anything anymore. And I will stick by you for as long as I can. Thank God. Eh? It's good to be able to feel again. You're warm this time. Oh, and they're hugging. It's just cute. It's just cute. I love these two. Separately and together, they're wonderful little creatures. Anyway, let's get back to time bullshit. Think about how you wield time. Are you thinking about it? Yeah. What is a classic Dave Strider maneuver? Like in a fight or what? Combat is just one facet of our lives. But if it helps you, then sure, in a fight. Okay, say I'm going to town on some clown. Not literal. Head to head, exchange of blows. Who'll come out on top? What a predicament. And I see myself appear behind them and get on all fours. So I faint, and they take a step back only to topple over like a fucking Jenga tower. Should have pulled that block out. Oh, shouldn't have pulled that block out. Maybe should have tried one of the simple ones from the middle. Got too ambitious. Focus. Done in by the D-Mans 1 and 2. I am both of the D-Mans. But now I know I gotta travel back in time and do that, so I wait until the moment they take a swing. Oh shit, now I'm not there anymore. I'm behind them, and I get on all fours and watch myself push them over, and they topple a second time. Take a swing at me they're fighting, but before they know it, poof, nice try, Chucklefuck, Dave 2's gone. Except they're not gone. They're me behind them, back on all twos, ready to rumble. Pretty sick. It really is. But what if you didn't do that? What if you didn't go back? Well, that would destroy time. I know you know that it's actually day one. I know you know this. It's actual day one shit. You were just bragging about how much universal destruction you have been personally responsible for. Yeah, it's been a lot. Yeah, it is a lot. I've doomed timelines before by just not thinking about it too hard. People say not to overthink time travel, but that's a fool's game. I'm telling you, dog. Stable time loops. I agree, but wouldn't you say that some timelines have to be doomed? I know a couple dead Daves who would disagree. But you wouldn't be here without those dead Daves, just like I wouldn't be here without all the doomed Aradia bots from way back when. Actually, you wouldn't be here without all those doomed Aradia bots either. Yeah, thanks for that. You're welcome. Anyway, the point I'm making here is that some of these missteps end up serving a grander purpose. Things that seem unimportant or even wrong can end up being essential components of what's meant to happen. And who even decides what's wrong in the first place? I don't know, Majito, that's borderline blasphemous. Even insignificant shit can really mount up in certain circumstances. A butterfly flaps its wings the wrong way and shit spirals fast, and before you know it, I'm gay and Ashton Kutcher is getting fucking euthanized. And I can't let that happen. What's the right way for a butterfly to flap its wings? The way that doesn't make me gay. Period. You say a lot of really funky stuff, man. Good point, Sensei. Actually, I knew that already. Yeah, I knew that you knew that, dipshit. It's your silly response to like every other statement anyone makes, and it's getting pretty boring. That's the name of the game, baby. So they're just kind of going back and forth about some pretty base level time travel knowledge. Stable time loops, doing things by not doing what you're supposed to complete a stable time loop. The idea of certain things being inevitable and needing to happen, even if they seem quote unquote bad. I'm thinking right now about like that conversation that Carcat has with, is this the one that he has with himself? Where he's just upset and confused and frustrated and venting about like his experiences in the dream bubbles and seeing Carcats who've done this, that, or the other thing, God-tiered, etc. And, you know, his frustrations of being like, why are those good things somehow bad things that fuck everybody? Why can't I have nice things? So, you know, this, I feel like there's a number of conversations in Homestuck that kind of have this thematic running. But the difference here is that these are two overpowered time gods who have a lot more experience than the basics. And I'm trying to remember where this conversation goes. But anyway. Let's play a different game then. Alright, what are the rules? No idea. Why don't we pop over to a place where nothing seems, quotation marks, right? A place that seems completely removed from what we would traditionally consider to matter at all. Why would I need to go anywhere? I don't know, to get a cup of water or something. I don't really want a cup of water on account of being a really cool robot. Okay, a cup of oil. Now we're talking. Also, now feels like a good time to mention that despite my omnitemporal awareness of everything that has and ever will happen to me, I actually have no idea where the fuck you're proposing to me. You're proposing to take me. Oh, word. Fun, huh? Being real, I kind of hate it. Woohoo! You're such a freak. Tone indicator affectionate. Come on, you shithead. So, after all of that conversation about stable time loops and all this shit, Aradia is like, why don't you just go on a little adventure with me? Why don't we just go fuck around and find out? Shithead. Come on. Fuck it. Alright, let's go. Hope I don't learn any valuable lessons about living in the moment. Hup. Oh no, wait a second. That was an Aradia line. Hup. But, yeah. The backgrounds here leave a little bit to be desired. They feel a bit too simple and flat compared to the more finer details on the sprites, but oh well. Seconds in the future, but not many. They're back with a cup of oil for Dave, and we don't get to see where they went. But what's this? Well, that just happened. What are you looking at? Muse. Breathe. That's better. She has returned. Kind of feeling the same way about this background as with the previous one. Ugh, this body is a mess. Yeah. Backgrounds in this one a lot less detailed than they usually are. As I regain control of my host body, I am met with the sight of my two loafing compatriots, sprawled out on lawn chairs and accomplishing nothing of any worth whatsoever. Oh. Bro, wake up. Yes, an excellent proposition. Aradia wakes up immediately. Huh? What? Ahem. Sup, Chief? Good to have you back. It's perfectly acceptable to be back. It is perfectly acceptable to be back. Now that we've all finished our respective aimlessly indulgent introspective asides, it's time we put the beverages down and get to work. I have somewhere to be. I'll drink to that, bro. And that's where we conclude. So we got some David and Aradia bonding time. And Calliope, alt Calliope, is back in this Jade, but it is yet to be seen whether or not that means she is also back in Meat Jade. I hope not. I hope that she just stays squarely in this particular ship and leaves Meat Jade the fuck alone. But, that remains to be seen. We'll have to watch for the next update. About mid-January, as the news post mentioned. We're going to take 5 here. And when I return from a short break to rest my voice, we're going to take a look at that AMA and see what interesting info is hiding in there. Because some of it, I'm sure, is goofs like filling Dirk with milk and slapping him at a wall. But there is other more in-depth information available there as well. Alright, have a great evening, Max. I will see you around. And yes, so she needed a space player. Yeah, she specifically needed to occupy the body of a space player and not anyone else. Does that make Kanaya a possible target? I suppose potentially it could. I'm wondering whether or not, or like wondering just how important it is for Calliope, all Calliope, to be occupying 2 different versions of the same person specifically versus occupying the dead Jade and then the living Kanaya at the same time. I feel like, especially because now we've seen that, like, living Jade kicking Kanaya out of her head also knocked her sideways from dead Jade. I think it might be an important factor as well that these 2 vessels are different timelines of versions of the same person. So I think that's also a big factor too, but could be affecting Kanaya as well. Could be. Canopy. Canopy? Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Boop. Hello. I am back from dog. Oh yeah. So. Fucking Reddit. Don't know how this website works, but we're gonna figure it out. And or assistance appreciated. So sort by Q&A, best, top, new, controversial, or old. Sure. So right. So here's the thing. You know, stickied instead of pinned. Saying, hey, it's fucking over. Especially thank you for everyone who posted questions and the crew for spending so much time answering them. Go read the update thread pinned elsewhere. Have a good weekend. Okay. 21 days ago. Was this really 21 days ago? No, shut up. Ew. Anyway. So, yeah, because this is like showing top 200. Like, this is really long. Oh, I should have looked closer. This is so much longer than I thought it was going to be. This is going to be really hard to pick out. Okay, but already down at the bottom, we're getting into things that did not receive an official answer. Hold on. Okay, I'm getting an idea. What? Oh, HSBC. Okay, hold on. So, this first is up there. Yeah, so this is just a review of who's who in the original post. There is so much happening. You know what I'm gonna do is I think I'll just read this myself because this is gonna be really fucking long if I try to look at all of this right here, right now. And then, I'll, take some jot notes of things that I think are fascinating and interesting and maybe highlight them a little more, at the beginning of the next Homestuck stream, because this is long as fuck. Yes, the curated version will come at a later date. And I'll be relatively brief with it because I know at this point it's 3 weeks old news. So that will be tacked on then at the beginning of the next Homestuck Beyond Canon stream, which will be within the next few weeks because we'll have a new update soonish. I guess that's tonight then. I mean, it's 11:40. We're not ending that early. Let me fire off a message while I remember because I need... Still don't know exactly when I'm gonna be at, sorry, I'm scrolling. I'm looking for something else. I guess the other thing is that I have other places that I normally look at when updates happen, but I missed reading them, and now... Okay, there. Okay. So I have a lot of reading to do before our next little party, but yeah, so the next week I need to figure out when I'm going to be here to do Genderfucked, or not Genderfucked, Genderwrecked, the game. And I know for sure I will not be doing next Friday because I have a fucking 8 a.m. shift the next day. But Saturday, yeah, it's gonna be, it's a long shift, but maybe if I have time to nap in the evening, it'll be fine. So we'll say Disco Elysium next Saturday. And then I'll figure out a day of the week to do Genderwrecked. try and seriously hammer down and pump out those uber late YouTube videos. What else? I did. Oh yes, wrecked, but also red energy. Yeah, genderfuck. There was a stint. I had a short stint in high school where I specifically identified as genderfuck. Genderfuck because fuck it, I don't know. Was my thinking there. Or genderfuck because I don't know, fuck it. Reverse order, I think, is a bit closer to how I was defining it. I did do I made the list of command conversation like choices to follow through to redo that one part in Disco Elysium. Because of course left off at a really fucking not nice part of that game. But I have all the notes for that of what to follow where to get through that. So we will see how that works out. Ha ha ha. And hopefully we only have to go through all of that again once. Because it is a very long conversation sequence. And of course you can't save and quit in the middle of a conversation. So yeah, we'll just see how many times we have to redo that fucking segment. But we'll do it. We'll do it. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. Yeah, stream schedule will be a work in progress around my new work schedule. I do have my schedule for like the whole month of January. So I can mostly figure that out ahead of time. The big wild card really is just whether or not I'll be able to do Saturday night streams after Saturday shifts, because I have this really long Saturday shift like every other Saturday now for at least the rest of January, probably also the rest of February and maybe March. So that's the biggest uncertainty. Thoughts and opinions welcome on how folks would feel about Sunday night streams. I back in yonder early days, I used to do Sunday night streams regularly. If I had something happening on a Friday or a Saturday, then I would just be like, okay, the second weekend stream will be Sunday, and I just shuffled it like that, like quite regularly all the time during like the very first Homestuck reread. But as time passed, I kind of stopped doing that so much, and instead was just like, yeah, sorry, we'll just have one stream this weekend. And I forget why I originally did that, but I know that once in the few occasions that I've tried to do a Sunday stream since, I've found that it gets much lower attendance. So I don't know whether or not that is really a viable option. If it seems to be a time that a lot of people just can't do. So you're also starting a new job soon, so I don't know. Godspeed. I hope that everything goes smoothly with your new job. But yeah. Growing pain, growing and moving, growing, changing, world things happening. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go have a meal. I'm going to go have third meal of the day. This is what I've started calling it when I wake up and have breakfast at like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I have dinner when my wonderful mother makes dinner. And then sometime in the evening, I need to have third meal of the day. You'd be okay, but no. Yeah, supper, yeah. Yeah. So, food time. Oh, I have been gifted schedules that I can plan things around. Okay, so I'll figure that out. I'll let y'all know in the Discord server. And yeah, so Genderwrecked sometime next week. Disco Elysium Saturday, we'll give it a shot and see how that goes. And we'll just keep figuring it out from there. So have a great week, everyone. Yes, take care. And I will see you all around. Good night.